Hello and welcome to the Jolly Good Show. Today I'm going to talk about how to land your first interview. I'm focused mainly on the games industry, but most of what I'm going to say applies to many industries. So let's say you've graduated from college and you want a job in games. What next? Well, first of all, you want to make sure you've got an up-to-date resume, and you should also get yourself on LinkedIn. If you're an artist or other creative type, then you should have a website containing your portfolio pieces or demo reel. It's fine to use a free drag and drop website creator like Wix.com and use YouTube for video sharing. You don't need a fancy custom URL, and you don't need to learn web development. Next comes me plugging my website. Go to jollygoodjobs.com, and you'll see a Google map of game studios in your area. There are thousands of positions listed, and for each company there's also links to their site, what games they've done, and more. It's a great resource of finding game jobs. Now, once you've picked the companies you want to apply to, send your resume out to studios with a short cover letter. And do this even if there's no position listed. Why do it if there's no position listed? Well, sometimes it's a pain for them to post positions on their own website. Seems surprising, but people are busy and it doesn't get posted. Also, your mail might just happen to land at just the right moment, so it's worth sending in. Don't be shy or worry about someone being upset about receiving an email from you. People mail in all the time, and you're actually saving them the time and expense of searching for somebody. So, what if you've done all that, but things aren't happening? First, keep practicing your trade. If you're an artist, create models and textures. If you're a programmer, make games. If you're a designer, build mods. If you keep working on things, your skill levels improve, and it shows companies that you've got passion. If you stop, you get rusty, and it gets harder to land a position. Second, you might be looking for regular full-time employment, but consider putting in your cover letter that you're open to full-time or contract positions. Why do this? Well, it's a lot less risky for a company to hire you. They're not committing to carrying you when the project ends, and they save money on benefits. And if you don't measure up, it's easy to get rid of you. But it also works out well for you. The interview process can be faster and easier. The company is likely in a hurry to fill the temporary position. They're looking for a one-night stand, not looking for a long-term relationship, so they can more easily take a risk. You can get your foot in the door. You can get a contract position. You put the contract position on your resume, and suddenly your resume is a lot stronger for next time when you get a full-time job. You're making contacts that can help you find your next position. People that you work with in the office, they might say, "Oh, I know, they're hiring down the road," and so that's how you find your next position. Also, contract positions can often turn into full-time positions. If they like you and some longer-term work comes in, then they may make you an offer. And finally, you're getting paid instead of sitting at home watching reruns of Murder, She Wrote. Or Columbo, whatever. Okay, so still with the applying, don't be too elitist about where you apply. When I was teaching, I would see some students who planned on applying to big-name studios like Bungie and Rockstar, and that's great, but remember that they get tons of applicants, and getting in can be tough. Smaller studios with less of a big name get far fewer applicants. They're still making fun games, and they've still got nice people to work with. Getting in can be a lot easier, and you're still going to get paid having fun making games. So don't rule it out too early and only go for the top tier. Use LinkedIn to contact in-house recruiters, by which I mean people who work at the company as recruiters, as opposed to third-party recruiters. So there's a little bit of a difference here. You could go to third-party external recruiters. This option can save you some legwork as the recruiters approach companies for you, but it also puts you at something of a disadvantage, because while it's free for you, the company who hires you has to stump up a significant percentage of your annual salary to pay for the recruiter. That charge will get factored in some way when they're deciding how much they can pay you. So in a way, you can end up paying for that recruiter. Finally, don't give up. Just keep applying, working on your skills, and making stuff. If you've got questions, I'd love to hear them. Come to jollygoodjobs.com/show and hit contact us. I'll see what I can do. To see the notes from this episode, again, jollygoodjobs.com/show. And thanks for listening. The music was by Lazyitis, who you can find at soundcloud.com, and the intro voice and audio production were by Garner Knutson. Until next time, toodle pip.